Thank you, Dennis. Good morning, everyone. Our guest today is Nancy Haney with the Legacy of the Plains Museum. We appreciate her always coming in. She has a little ways to go when you get here. You live 10 miles south of Stegall and 3 miles east. Truly lives in God's country.
Oh, that's right.
That's right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but I spend most of my time in town, I think.
Do you? Well, that's a great place to live. It really is. Yeah. So anyway, we're going to talk about the Bandana Benefit Ball for the Legacy of the Plains Museum. It's coming up February 15th, the day after Valentine's Day. Tell us the times and where it's going to be at and all that kind of stuff.
We're having it at the Gering Civic Center, as we have for the past, probably 14 years, maybe. I don't know. It's not quite that long, maybe. We had the first two at the museum, and it grew so much that we needed to go to a larger venue. So we're at the Gering Civic Center, and that's always a great place to go. The social hour is at 5:30. Dinner is at 6:15. We have a cowboy cuisine, and that. Two choices of entrees and great food, dessert, and then the auction starts. And this year, the auctioneers will be the Helberg and Nuss, and we're kind of trying to rotate our auctioneers because it's such a fun thing to do, and the auctioneers really enjoy what they're doing. So we're expecting a lot of folks to join us and have a great time. This year, the band will be a different band than we have had previously, because the Green Valley Homesteaders that we've traditionally had will not be able to attend this year, but we have not found a replacement yet. So that's to be announced. The band is to be announced.
Okay.
Okay.
And we were talking about it, and we kind of gave Nancy a couple of ideas, and so we'll see if any of those pan out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm worried about it, but because it's coming up more quickly, and it'll sneak up on us.
You still got a couple of weeks yet.
Yeah.
So you'll be all right.
I think we'll be okay.
You'll be okay.
Yeah.
All right. So tickets for this are how much?
$30 per person, and that is a reasonable price for what the entertainment value is. And everyone really, there's a lot of folks that come and they really, really enjoy the ambiance of the evening and get into the bidding and the bidding wars for some of the items. And we do have live auction, we have a silent auction, and then we have something that we always call the feeding frenzy, and that is what we do with all of the restaurant and restaurant coupons that are donated, and it's really a fun thing there, just because it's a really fast thing for people to have to, you have to listen for your favorite restaurant and hold up your number right away. Because that's what if you really want that restaurant, that's
okay.
And so we have a lot of have had a very generous donations from the community, and it's been we're having a few more things yet to come in, but we've got a wide selection of items for the auction.
All right, tickets available at several places.
Well, they're at the Main Street Market customer counter and at the Legacy of the Museum, Legacy of the Plains Museum, and at our front desk. And they're, should be able to get them, we try to make it convenient.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Proceeds, of course, benefit Legacy of the Plains Museum. The number to call if you want tickets. They can kind of reserve them for you, and then you can pick them up either at the museum or maybe at the door or whatever. 436-1989, 436-1989. If you want to make a quick phone call. We do have a little windmill here. You'll see it on the video, and we'll talk. let's take a break and we'll talk about the significance of this right after this.
Okay.
The next generation of virtual meetings is arriving at the Civic Center. Boost your productivity by meeting with multiple locations at one time and have less travel expense. With the Polycom video system, you work visually in HD, allowing a rich learning experience. With no freezing of picture and a great sound system, your speaker can be off-site and have human interaction. Call 436-6888 or visit www.geringciviccenter.com. The Gering Civic Center, true inspiration.
All right, we are back on News Extra. We're talking about the Legacy of the Plains Museum annual Bandana Benefit Ball. It's coming up the day after Valentine's Day, February 15th, Gering Civic Center. Social hours 5:30, dinner 6:15, live auction, music, cowboy cuisine. Tickets are $30. You can get them over at the Main Street Market Customer Service Counter or the Legacy of the Plains Farm and Ranch Museum. Again, the number 436-1989. We do have if you see the video, you're going to see this little windmill here, and this has to do with the theme of this year's particular event, right?
Yes, this year's event is, the theme is Voices on the Prairie Wind, and this is a theme that we are going to be using to carry into the actual museum in the exhibit area, and the story that we will be telling within the museum is the voices of the prairie wind. And so it's something that we wanted to highlight at the Bandana Ball, and we think that the windmill theme is going to be a really fun thing. We have several windmill things donated. Rick Myers has a picture that is raindrops on a window, and it's of the windmill that's at the Farm and Ranch Museum, or Legacy of the Plains Museum, I'm sorry. And in the raindrops, the windmill, it shows up upside down. You know, it's the inverse reflection. And so that's a really neat picture. We are looking for more of these small windmills for tabletop decorations. We have quite a few. We need more. If someone out there has one that they'd like to loan us, that's all we're asking, is just for a loan for the evening, and we'll make sure that it gets returned to the person that would loan it to us. So,
all right. We did bring in a blanket as well here, a special blanket. Before we go off here, we want to talk about this
quilt.
Blanket, this quilt. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, a quilt. It's not a blanket, it's a quilt. And, you're going to maybe see it on the video a little bit here, so we want to make sure we explain it.
This is a reproduction quilt from 1862. It's called the 1862 Battle Hymn Pattern, and so it is a Civil War reproduction quilt, and all of the fabrics are reproduction fabrics from the period. This was made by Connie Meyer, and she generously donated it to the museum for our auction, and it's just a fabulous piece of artwork, and her quilting is incredible. It's a very fine quilting, and piecing that she did on this quilt. So I'm not showing the full quilt here, but you can come out to the museum and see all of the items and that we have for the auction, but this is one that is exceptional. We have KNEB gave us.
Yeah, we donated a Deadwood trip.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, and that's popular
pretty nice.
thing. Yeah,
it's pretty nice. You get one night stay for two, free breakfast, gaming coupons, $180 value. And so not bad.
That's not bad. We've got a battery charger and booster cables. Now, this was from two different entities, and I guess they think that we, that people are needing those items this year. It's really been wonderful, the kinds of things that we have donated. Lots of things for men and for women, and things for kids too. So it's a wonderful evening, and we really invite and encourage everyone to support the museum by being at this event. The money garnered from the event is used for operating costs. It will not go to building costs nor to the exhibit designs. That we are still in the capital campaign, still raising funds for those things too. But this is for operating, and we have to have operating costs to keep the doors open.
All right. Once again, the number to call, 436-1989. Get your tickets. They're only $30 for the Bandana Benefit Ball on February 15th. Thanks, Nancy, for coming in.
Thank you so much.